It's been a long time coming from the Airsee, South Carolina, baby. Sometimes it feels like the world is against me, 'cause I'm coming from SC, from heartache and pain, struggle and strain, trying to maintain for the SC. So mama, don't worry, I'ma make my dreams happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Nail Genie SC. How are you? I hope you are well and your family is doing well. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, if this is your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you've been here with me and are returning, I would like to welcome you back. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. It helps out the channel a great deal and help pushes our content out to many more amazing subscribers such as yourself. So guys, getting into today's video, we are going to be doing application on my practice hand here, and we're going to be testing out this Polygel here that comes in a tube. So it's 150 grams of Polygel, and I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I have quite a few things of this brand, and I like it in gel polish, so I definitely wanted to try it out, this Polygel. So guys, if you remember, I hauled this back in one of my haul videos, and I had seen this originally on Tether's Bougie Nails channel here on YouTube, and so I didn't walk, I ran on over to Temu and picked it up for myself. So we're going to be testing that out today. I'm also showing you guys my gel brush I'm going to be using, but I also share it with you an alternative gel brush you can also use for Polygel as well. So with this Polygel, guys, it's more of a hard gel consistency. Now, when I open it up, I'm going to share with you guys how it runs. But before we get into application, I'm going to go ahead and use the Modelones base coat to put base coat on the nails, because you definitely, when you're doing any type of gel products, you want to rough up the surface of your natural nail and enhancement. Also, you want to apply your base coat. So your base coat is good to have down. It's like a bonder for polygels and gels and hard gels and things like that. So you definitely want to put your base gel down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and I'll be back. Guys, so I thought I'll jump back in. I'm going to be showing you guys the application in real time, and I hope you are okay with that. I did not speed up the video at all, and I'm going to be giving it to you guys exactly how it's done. I'm not going to trim any parts out besides the going in and out the light, and I think I'm only going to file about 3 nails and do the rest off camera. So I'm going to go in. I'm showing you guys here the consistency of this Polygel. Now this is supposed to be Polygel, but it's kind of runny like it's a hard gel, so it's going to apply or I'm going to apply it like a hard gel or even a builder gel. But I'm going to apply it as if I was doing a hard gel application. Now, I guess you probably could put these tubs in the refrigerator overnight before you use them so that polygel can stiffen up a little bit if you want to use it like a polygel. But because I do and dabble with some gel applications from time to time, I said, well, I'll just go ahead and use it because I love the color. I love the color of it. And I wanted to see what it's going to look like. And I wanted to see how I can maneuver the polygel, you know, on the nail. The one good thing I like about it is I don't have to keep dipping I don't have to do the pat, drag, pat, drag. I'm just, you know, gonna just polish it on, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of floating method, and I'm gonna polish it on some more. So yeah, but I mean, of course I love working with polygel, so you know, I'm just trying to figure out the better way to handle this product. So the best way to handle it today will be applying it like you would be doing a hard gel application. So if you are a person who you don't do gels, I'm not a gel person, then this probably isn't, container is probably not going to be for you. If you a person who you just only want a polygel consistency, then this container probably is not going to be for you either, because I did not put it in the refrigerator to see if it'll firm up a little bit. I may give that a shot with the other color I have, and we'll see how the consistency do if it's sitting in the refrigerator. So yeah, put a pause on that. We'll come back to that. But anyway, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I do application on my practice hand with this gel consistency. So here I'm just going in with the floating method, and I don't want to disconnect the gel. If I disconnect the gel only simply because either my arms are tired or I disconnect some kind of way because my hands slip, then I'm just going to go ahead and drag the rest of the product down in a polished motion and then start again where I left off the connection. But I have several of hard gel applications and builder gel applications on my channel. Just go to my playlist and you'll find many of them. I'm breaking it down. I'm talking to you about it. You know, telling you about, you know, all of the tips and tricks you can do. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that, but I am going to leave it in real time for the visual learners who learn by seeing and not just by someone talking at them. So guys, I'll come back if I need to, but I'm just going to let you guys listen to some music and watch me do this application. But what I'm doing here is, this is one of the most important steps you can do when you are using a self-leveling gel. And what I mean by self-leveling gel, I don't know if I kept that piece in or not, but somewhere in the video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how you could tell you have a self-leveling gel. Now, I love a good self-leveling gel. Any gel that self-levels, I'm going to purchase, okay? And the reason why I like a self-leveling hard gel, builder gel, polygel, whatever the gel type consistency is because it allows and helps you to form your apex. It helps you in application. So the reason why I flip the hand upside down is because all of that product is going to pull to the center of the nail and help me build my apex. So I don't have to keep adding product. I just have to be strategic in how I add my product, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to I'm looking at the nails from all sides and all angles, and I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to get lumpy application if you're not a pro at this. and I'm not a pro at this, so I get lumpy application. But I just want to make sure that the cuticle is good, the side walls are good, the free edge is good, and I have a nice apex. And I can get the lumps and bumps out in filing and shaping. So don't be afraid to give it a try. Don't be too hard on yourself when you're starting out with hard gel application. It won't be perfect, but with everything it takes practice. So you'll get there. And you're the only person know what you like your nails to look like. You're the only person know how thick you want your nails to be. So practicing on yourself or practicing with your practice hand, and just keep continuing doing the same steps and the same method over and over, you'll get it. Because I wasn't great at it in the beginning. I'm still not that great at it now, but I can do it, and I can make the nails last and have good retention on the nails. So it's all in practice. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy the video. You may see some hand movements because at first I was going to just leave the video as it was, but it was just a little bit too long. It had a lot of blank and dead spots, and so that's why I had to go ahead and do a voiceover. So don't mind the hand movements. If it's something important I need to tell you guys, I certainly will come back and let you guys know. All right, enjoy. So guys, right here is the hand was too far back against the light, and so it cured with a little piece of gel pulled away from the tip, the free edge. So don't fret when you have situations like that, whether you're doing it on your hands or your client's hands. Just take out the piece that or trim off the piece that you need to trim away. You can wipe the nail down. You can buff the surface of the nail, or file that area of the nail, and then put some more gel back over that product. But don't fret. You'll always be able to fix it. It's not something that, should make you feel like, oh, I messed up and I don't know a solution to it. The best thing about being a nail enthusiast, nail tech, nail artist is that we always can fix issues if we just sit back, think, relax, calm down, take a deep breath, and look at it and say, okay, well, I'm going to do this, or I'll do this in order to correct the situation. Right? Like we always say, if ever in doubt, blink it out, right? So, same as when you're doing application, don't fret over, the small stuff. Just try to figure out a way where you can fix it, even it out, balance it out for the client, for yourself, for your practice hand, and keep moving. Roll with the punches. All right, I'll let you guys get back to the video here. Where I'm messing with those tweezers is because I'm picking up lint. I'm picking up all kind of stuff from these paper towels, and you're gonna see me move this paper towel out the way because it's so aggravating, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with no more lint getting on my nails, because when it get on the sticky stuff, it try to stay, and then you have to get it off of there, because you can see those imperfections when it comes to doing the nail art or doing a top coat or whatever the case may be, when it's time to reveal the final look. So, and I don't want that in the nail. So, alright guys, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll come back if I need to. Alright, enjoy.
Merry Christmas!
So guys, getting started on this nail here, I like to go ahead and complete the application. And what I would do when I'm done with application is I like to gloss over the nails one more time with one more coat, kind of like polishing it on, as you guys see how I do here. Now, the reason why I'll do that first, and I guess I should have said this in the very beginning, for those that don't know anything about using hard gel, builder gels, or any type of gel application besides Polygel. You don't have to do this with Polygel, but I have to do it with this Polygel, this form of Polygel today. But whenever you're doing a hard gel or builder gel or any type of using a potted gel, you want to put down what they call a slip layer, and that is what I'm doing here on this nail. And that's what I was doing on all the nails. So when you first see me initially polish on that first layer, that's my slip layer. And the slip layer helps guide your the bigger bead of gel. It helps glide that gel down the nail. So if your slip layer is good, as you do your application, you're gonna do it like you always, with any application, you're always gonna point the nail downward, and the gel is going to float down the structure of the nail, because it's gliding on and holding on to that slip layer. So the slip layer is another important step in doing builder gel, hard gel, builders in a bottle, potted gels. That is a very important step when trying to build your nail with this type of consistency, if that makes sense. So I should have said that in the beginning, but I wasn't even thinking. And I do have a lot of new viewers, which I want to thank you so very much for subscribing to the channel. I want to thank all of my continued supporters for always showing up and leaving comments and watching the videos and just having your post notification bells turned on and waiting for another Nail Genie video. I want to thank you guys, because without any of you, the viewers, the subscribers, any of you, this journey would not be possible for me, because I'm just one person and I can do content, but doing content and no one watching it is not very fun. So you want to do content where people is enjoying it and learning something from it. So I appreciate all of you guys for the encouragement, for me to continue to keep going. December 10th made my 3rd year on YouTube, I think. 3 years on YouTube, and this journey has been fun, interesting, long, tough, and a lot of work, but I've enjoyed it every bit of the way. I've met some amazing content creators on this journey. I'm so appreciative to be a part of the nail community and this whole YouTube community, because I don't just watch nails, I watch everybody. So I've met a lot of great people on this journey, but I've been able to gather relationships with with my nail family, because we have more in common, right? But I do appreciate every last one of you, and I just thank you so very much. And I'm going to go ahead and start on the thumb. Now, the thumb did give me a little bit of issues, and I'm going to tell you guys why. I did not look at the thumb from all angles, and I missed a very important piece in the upper corner of the thumbnail where the cuticle is at in the sidewall. So I had to go in and fix that. But that's why you have to make sure you're looking at your nail from every angle, side to side. And you think I'll be doing that since I'm holding this hand in my hand. It's not a real hand. But for some reason, thumbs, whether it's on my practice hands or on a real hand, a person, thumbs always seem to give me the most trouble. Not on my hand, but on my client's hand, because it's like the thumb is stiffer than the other fingers. The other fingers are more loose, and the thumb seems like it's more stiff. So, trying to get the hand in a proper position, the thumb in a proper position when I'm working with my clients, I have to, ask them for a little bit of assistance, to turn their thumb. I don't know if any of you, have experienced that with your clientele, but if you have, leave it in the comments. Tell me how you handle that, because I don't want to just be twisting and turning their nails or turning their fingers all out of sorts. I want them to be comfortable, but no, I'm trying to, get the spot I need to get to. And I'm short, guys, so I'm like 4'11" and some change, maybe 5 foot tall now. I guess I don't even know how I grew up to 5 foot, but all my life I was 4'11", and I think I'm an even 5 now, in my older age. But I'm short, and I have an Alex unit, so I have to position my chair a little bit higher so my feet are off the floor and kind of propped on my chair. So a lot of things, I have to find ways for me to be comfortable as well as my clients to be comfortable. And it takes a lot, because ergonomically you don't want your body to get all out of sorts. And I'm getting up there in age, and my body is not as young and fresh and vibrant as some of these younger people, like my daughter. And so I start feeling these aches when my body is not in the right position. So that's very important, to make sure your body is in the right position. So I have to ask my clients to help me a little bit, when we're doing their thumbs. I need them to move or position their hand a certain kind of way so I can make sure I'm getting every inch of that nail covered. That way they don't have any lifting, don't have any greenies, because y'all know I've experienced that with a client. So yeah, you want to make sure, that's why practice make improvement, and that's why I have so many practice hands, because I practice. I'll do application on my hand, on my daughter's hand, on my client's hands. But when I get a new product, before I use it on my clients, I like to test it on my hand, on my practice hands, just to make sure I know what I'm doing when I'm working with that product when my client's sitting in a chair. Because the one thing you definitely don't want when your clients is sitting in a chair is you don't know your product, right? It don't look good for you. So, this is the nails with all of the application. I think I'm going to go over each nail, as I stated, with a polish, just to kind of give it a top coat or a gloss over, to make sure any any divots or anything I can I can smooth out as much as I can to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm going to do here, and then we're going to get into the filing. guys, we're going to get to the shaping and filing part of the video. So I would recommend, and it's only totally up to you, but when using products like the builder, soft gel, polygels, I wouldn't use a grit no higher than a 180 grit file. And that's only because the lower the grit, the coarser the file. The higher the grit, the less coarse the file is. So between 100, 180, or sometimes on polygel I use 150, and that works well. But on a soft consistent polygel, you want to use like a 180. That will get your the 100 side is for your shaping and getting the nails, structurally sound back, neat back like you want it, the shape right, whichever shape you're going for. It'll help get that shape back in, tack. And then the 180 part of the file is the part I use to file the surface of the nail to even it out, to even out the product on the nail. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I file, and so I hope you guys enjoy this portion as well, and I hope that I make sense when I start talking you through it or talking you through how I start my shaping and filing when I'm doing application or after application. So before you can start any type of filing or shaping on a nail that has any type of gel enhancement, you want to make sure you take some swipe or some, your own concoction of swipe or some alcohol, and clean the nail really, really well, or acetone, whichever one you choose. But acetone or a acetone alcohol mix will be a great solution for cleaning the nail. So you want a gel cleaner solution, a gel nail cleaner solution type deal. So you want to make sure you... Now, in school we were taught to use one lint-free towelette per nail. But here on my practice hand, I'm going to use 3 towelettes. Now I'm going to wipe the first nail with the top of the towelette, then I'm going to flip the towelette, and I'm going to wipe the second nail with the towelette, and then I'm going to put that down. I'm going to grab another towelette. I'm going to do the same, repeat the same step for the next 2 nails, and then the thumbnail, I'm going to use both sides to make sure that the nail is completely clear of any sticky surface, because you don't want that sticky residue on your gunking up your files. So you definitely want to make sure that sticky residue is off, because it will gunk up your file or gunk up your e-file, whichever one you're using, and then you like, okay, it's not doing what I need it to do. That's because you didn't wipe the tacky surface off. Okay, so here I'm going in, and my nails are kind of like, these nails are more like a tapered square, or more like tapered coffin, or whichever way I'm going to leave the file straight, because I just want to crispen up my shape, clean it up. Now I'm going to be showing you all different ways you can file the nails if you were doing different shapes. So if you were using it or creating a stiletto shape, you want your file at a 90-degree angle, right? You want it to be able to crispen up that stiletto shape. If you have a coffin shape, you want it at a 45-degree angle. You don't want it too far in. You don't want it too straight. You just want to give it just a little bit of a, the 45-degree angle. And then if it's straight, it's straight. Which, I can't, what, 180 degree, 180 degree, I can't think. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've been in school. But however, you want to keep that file straight to the nail. You want to pull back the skin on the client's hand, and then you want to go in with filing. Now remember, with any new files, new drill bits, new sanding bands, you want to make sure you season the file. Same for the buffer, because those new files will have like a spur or some type of ridge on the file, and it can cut the client. Okay, and I've done that to myself, so that's how I know not to do it to nobody else. And I think I've done it to my daughter when I first started doing her nails, and she was like, "Mama, my hands hurt." She didn't feel it at the time. She didn't start feeling it till she like washed her hands. Or I sprayed it with alcohol. And so, yeah, I learned not to do that. So, all it takes is one time for you to learn not to do something, and you'll remember not to do it again. But make sure you season your files and your buffers, your drill bits, and your sanding bands when they're brand new, okay? And how you season your sanding bands, or your sanding bands and drill bits, is you just take them and run them across, or sit them on your hand file and let it rotate around the barrel. Let it rotate at least once or twice around, and that'll help take any spurs or anything off your new nail drill bits or your sanding band. I'm sorry for all the ums. I'm trying to think what I'm saying. But as you can see here, I am looking at the structure of the nail. And when I start filing on the surface of the nail, I like to go from right to left. And that's it. I like to stay in one motion and go across the whole nail in that one direction. Only because if I keep it in one direction, I can even out the nail, so everything will be even out. And if you see, like, the product is like a very dark pink, and you can see how the nail, when you file on the surface, it turns almost like an ashy pink. If you see any bright pink spots in that ashy pink nail, that means that the nail is not even. You still have some lumps and bumps and divots in your nail. So you need to go over that nail until the whole complete nail is that ashy pink. Okay? So make sure you, if you've ever noticed that before, or you started doing nail art on a nail, or even trying to create Frenchies on a nail, and you got all these bumps and lumps, that's because your product is not even on the surface of the nail, and you need it to be even throughout the surface of the nail. Okay, so that's just a tip for those that ever ran into that problem and wanted to know how to correct it. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys 2 more nails on how I file. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you are here with me and have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe if these are the kind of videos you like. This is what we're going to be doing moving forward into 2025. I'm going to do better by giving you guys more of the application, breaking things down, being able to give you more knowledge on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, instead of just one nail and jump to something else and you don't even know what I did on that one nail. So if you like this kind of content, leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know that you enjoyed this type of tutorial video and you would like more of these types. And if you are opposite and don't want these type of videos, and whether for me to just skip ahead and jump and move on, then let me know that too. That way I can get a consensus of what my audience will like to see from me. Okay. Alright, so I'm loving how my nails are turning out when I do the shaping and the filing. The one thing I love to do is look down the barrel of my nails or my client's nails, because when I look down the barrel of the nail, I can see if that nail is even, if I need to do a little bit more on one side, or I've done too much on one side. You know, I can see all of that just looking down the barrel of the nail. So when I can look down the barrel of the nail and that nail looks so good to me, I'm just like, yes, you're getting better and better. Because of course, guys, this took like 3.5, 4 years almost for me to get to the place where I am, you know, proud and extremely proud of my work, especially my application, because doing nails, you know, you start out, you want to do well at it, and you watching everybody who's doing great at it, and you hoping one day you'll be just that good as them. But then you have to think and listen to their story. They put time and practice in just like you expect to do, and it didn't happen overnight for them, and it's not going to happen overnight for you. So don't be impatient on the journey. Just enjoy the journey, and you know, pat yourself on the back for your small accomplishments. If you used to color outside the line and now you can color in the line, give yourself a hand clap for that. You know, just don't be too hard on yourself on this journey. And for those of you who thinking in 2025, I'm going to start my nail journey, I want to start my YouTube channel, do it. Because like I always tell everybody, the YouTube channel is not just for everybody else. It's really just for you to monitor your progress. When you can look back over the years and see, oh, I can do that again, and I can make it look a little bit better, or it comes out looking better, and you can see your comparisons to one video from the next, then you know you're doing exactly what you set out to do, and you're recording the process. Alright guys, so if this product is still available on Temu, I will leave the link down in the description box below for you guys if you want to try it out. But I love this color. This color is so pretty on this hand, and I don't know if it'll be pretty on me, but I'm going to try it. Alright, y'all, I have enjoyed being able to share this application with you guys. Make sure you all tune in on Saturday. We are in a collab with Flawlessly Unique Nails and Sick Tips, aka PJ. And guys, this collab is packed jam full with so many creators. I don't even know how many creators. The last I heard is like over 30 something creators. So I'll post my video. You can watch it whenever you get to it. And I hope you guys have a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to all of you, and wishing you blessings into the new year. Love you guys. I will see you all in my next video. You know what time it is. Yes, the deuces are flying in the air. The Nail Genie, she's out.